everybody, and welcome to another episode of Elizabeth Play. I can't even talk tonight. Welcome to another episode of Elizabeth Plays Depth with Science. I am super excited, as always, to be playing Depth tonight. We've got just 2 weeks to go to get that gold dragon hammerhead skin, which I've been lusting after for weeks. Let's see how much progress we can make towards that goal, shall we? Couple things before I'm going to go ahead and play as a shark so I can get my disclaimers done while I'm finding a match. A couple disclaimers before we start the science and the sharking. I think that's a verb. Number one, this is my show on Twitch. All of the opinions, views, etc. are my own and are not necessarily representative of those of any of my employers whatsoever. I take full responsibility for this whole deal. I think number two, this is I'm going to be talking about some science news and science facts. I do try to be prepared, but this is all off the cuff. There's always the chance that I might get something wrong. So if you see me doing something wrong, please tell me. Whether that's in a YouTube video I put up or whether it's live, just tell me. I'll do my best to make that correction and fix it. I know a lot about that. And number three, not so much of that this week, I don't think, but, this is a science show. We do occasionally talk about the, squishy side of biology, as I like to say. So that means guts, that means gore, and that means sex. If that bothers you, maybe not the show for you, but honestly, I'm a bit of a prude, except when it comes to biology, so, yeah, I think that's about it for disclaimers. Ordinarily, I'd say this is let's get to it with the game. But it's not finding a match, so I guess that's not really happening yet. Yes, we're just going to have to wait. I know, Dupanda, I didn't see you. I didn't know if you were just lurking. Good to see you in this one, though. We are playing Depths tonight. I know that Subnautica might be a little bit more preferable, but thanks for tuning in this time. I do appreciate it. Let's see. We're just waiting for a match at this point. Let's see here. Could talk about some science stuff while we're waiting, I suppose. Oh, one thing I do want to get right out of the way. There was a thing trending on Twitter, which I feel like I kind of have to address. It said, scientists may clone a mammoth within 2 years. Just want to burst everybody's bubble here that is probably not happening. As Carl Zimmer actually tweeted, you can't grow a baby mammoth until you have an artificial mammoth uterus. Now this may sound like a kind of a chicken and the egg thing. Where are you going to get a mammoth uterus until you clone and grow a mammoth? Well, there's a group of scientists at, I think, Harvard, headed, or at least spearheaded, their publicity is generally spearheaded by a guy named George Church. He is quite well known in the de-extinction movement, as it's called, which is a group of scientists, activists, generally interested people who want to bring animals back from extinction. This includes things like the mammoth, the thylacine, the passenger pigeon, basically people who are working towards making that a reality. Now, George Church is among the most outspoken of these people, and certainly the most well-known. And he had a press release, possibly press conference, I didn't see it, saying that in advance of the magnificent AAAAAA Science Conference in Boston, announcing again that he and his team were continuing work towards a mammoth and they were getting ever closer. And color me an extreme skeptic. Number one, whatever he cloned, and he's been extremely upfront with this, would not be an actual mammoth. It would be something which he's calling mammoth elephant. It would basically be a mammoth elephant hybrid. Like you take an elephant egg and you'd modify it using CRISPR-Cas9 and other genetic editing tools which scientists have at their disposal nowadays, to insert as many mammoth genes as you possibly could. Can we get into a match already? I want to start playing as a shark. Come on. if this goes on for more than like 5 minutes 30, I'll switch out and try to play as either. Point about the so he wouldn't actually make a true mammoth. We don't have enough intact mammoth DNA to actually just take a mammoth cell and take all that DNA out and put it into an elephant egg and boom, you got a mammoth. We can't do that yet. But even if you did manage to make a viable hybrid egg with some elephant DNA and some mammoth DNA, the problem with that is putting it into is growing that into a baby mammoth. We got a match. Yes. Now George Church, his solution is, well, we'll make an artificial womb. That's great, but we can't do that for anything right now. We can't do it for pigs, we can't do it for cattle, we can't do it for rats. So in order to make an artificial womb for a mammoth, you'd have to make any kind of artificial womb. So that's, we kind of have to start from scratch on that one. What shark am I going to play as on this one? I might try playing Thresher. This is a good map for Threshers, and I need more practice. Panda, you got any recommendations? Such a pretty skin. But unless I hear something to the contrary, I'm just gonna go with Thresher. That's such a pretty shark. Sleek skin. Glowy eyes. Alright, I'm not really seeing anything in the chat, so I think I'm just gonna go with Thresher, and I will be continually open to new suggestions for next time. Okay, let's go with that, and we are ready to go. So anyway, failing an artificial womb for your mammoth-elephant hybrid baby, you would need to probably put the baby into an elephant. And that's great. You know, we have lots of elephants, we have lots of female elephants, not a problem. Except that we really don't know a whole lot about elephant reproduction, to be perfectly honest. Let's lurk out here, because we weren't quite fast enough. Let's open this up a little bit. What are you playing as? Great White? Okay. I couldn't quite grab him. But yeah, we basically don't know enough about elephant reproduction to artificially to help elephants reproduce themselves in captivity. The actual rate of replacement, so to speak, for elephants in captivity. I don't really notice this hole. Oh, that's that hole. Okay. Yeah, basically, elephants in captivity. Hey! You can't shoot out the window at me. Yeah, elephants in captivity are not reproducing fast enough to replace themselves. Every 5 or 6 years, zoos do try and get more elephants from the wild because both to increase the genetic variability of the population in captivity, and otherwise, and also to slow the slow attrition of elephants in captivity. They're just they are not reproducing fast enough to be replaced, basically. I'm gonna need to concentrate for a moment here while I Ha! You're stuck in my jaws. That's funny. Get off of me, you corpse. Much better. Now let's go find a seal, shall we? That's better. So basically, we can't figure out how to help elephants reproduce at a good rate in captivity. So it seems a little bit backwards to me personally. Ah, 2 divers at once. That's not half bad. Yeah, it seems a little backward to me to try to focus all our energy on making a mammoth when we can't even really help the elephants that we have. You don't see the point of making a mammoth, just why? There are actually some good reasons for trying to make a mammoth. Some people have said, well, if we could figure out how to make a mammoth, that could help us bring other animals back from extinction. Yeah, I'm not there anymore. You just go ahead and shoot all you want. Like, mammoths are a difficult thing to take care of. So, if we could manage to do that successfully, then could possibly teach us a lot about how to do other things as well. The problem with that is, that goes both ways. Maybe we should figure out how to clone something easier, something that's a little closer to something we have a lot of, before we, try something really difficult. There are also scientists which say that cloning mammoths could actually help stop global warming. The reasoning there, last I checked, is that, I don't want that! Don't want it! 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 Ah! Well, I got serrated teeth on him. There is some evidence to suggest that back in the days when you had the megafauna of the Ice Age, back in those days, they actually helped to tamp down the permafrost and make it less likely to melt. However, this is mostly theoretical. I am not personally that convinced by the evidence I've seen. And you need to clone an awful lot of mammoths in order to have any kind of substantial effect. Also, in order for that to actually work, you'd have to release them into the wild. And and it's entirely possible that the ecosystem that they needed to survive has just changed so much in the intervening years that it can no longer really support them. So, and again, this would be a massive experiment, and it might not work. It might make things worse. We don't know. But first, we'd have to even clone a mammoth in the first place, which is, again, major technical challenge. There are easier, cheaper ways to help out the climate, quite frankly. Maybe not quite so awesome, but definitely easier. What are you two doing? Somebody disconnected? What? Ah, shark shield. Am I gonna have to be the big hero to go in and get it? I am, aren't I? Ah! Nope, 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 nope. That's better. Why are you shooting at me still? I'm not doing anything. Just going ahead, eating a seal, like a real treasure shark would never do. Are you shooting at me because I'm so unnatural? That's a very old school biologist way of thinking. Hey, this is rare and weird, let's shoot it! Hey, I have my achievements toward progress towards the achievement Shark of Nine Tails. Ah, man! One shot. That's not so great, is it? That'll help when we're far away from seals. Maybe I should have gone the scales. I can't pronounce things today. Placoid scales, that's it. I want my hybrid disconnected. What? Are you really gonna leave me all alone here? Oh, I guess that guy left. Well, there's no point in dilly-dallying anymore because this guy ain't gonna wait for anything. Bots. Subtlety is not their strong suit. Well, enough thrashing around will eventually get somebody. I probably should have put more into that tail ability. It's a really fun ability. But, I haven't outright killed any divers in a little while, and we're running out of sharks pretty fast, so, Ah! There you are. You want to play like that, do ya? Ah, dang it. Ran out of stamina. Not a lot of stamina on these guys. Not as much as you'd think, anyway. Let's hide back here, get some stamina back. Alright, let's go get a seal. That'll help. Ah, his partner was shooting at me. If I gotten up to level 3, then doing this thing would actually damage Steve, which would be helpful. Ah! Nets! Cursed nets. At least I got double time. I always feel like threshers are slow, even though they're not at all, really. Not so bad, given that we were playing with a bot, and I love my hybrid quit halfway through. Oh, well. Good game. Oh, I forgot to say good game. Oh, well. Hope my teammates aren't too disappointed. Let's try another game, shall we? Let's go with either this time. So I put in the stream, my channel description that today's topic was bees, and that was a ham-fisted attempt at a reference to the Cards Against Humanity card, which that is honestly probably my favorite card in the whole game. But there was an awful lot of bee news out this week, so I thought I'd talk about a little bit of it. There was a study out, for example, excuse me, by scientists from Yale University about the bee immune system. They looked at the immune systems of honeybees. They had an idea that it was possible that the bacteria in the guts of honeybees had something to do with helping their immune system. So what they did was they took honeybee larvae, you know, the little squirmy white things that live in the cells before they develop into the worker bees, or the queen bees or the drones or whatever they develop into based on what they're destined to develop into and what they're fed. And they raised these some of these larvae in a sterile environment. And what they found, basically, was that let's see, what was this? The bees that were raised in that were then given the gut bacteria of other regular bees. Once they had all grown up, the researchers gave them the same bacteria that were found in the guts of their non-sterile compatriots, and they were able to have basically a normal microbiome in their gut. Those bees had a much better response to infection by Escherichia coli, which is a common bacteria in humans which can cause food poisoning, and some other nasty stuff. They had a much better response than bees that had no bacteria in their guts. So they know that the gut microbiome of the bee has some role to play. Piecing out exactly how that works is a study for another time, but now they know that this is at least a promising path. And given how much bees are up against, frankly, figuring out exactly what makes them tick is a noble and worthy pursuit. Colony collapse disorder is an ongoing problem, and there's some evidence to suggest that is due to pesticides, and some evidence that is due to disease and parasites. Basically, we don't know enough to be sure, but every little bit helps. So, let's awe to the people from Yale. We're playing with shark fin soup. That's in poor taste. Actually, possibly genuinely poor taste. Everything I've heard about shark fin soup says that it just tastes like salty, gummy, fishy water. Not really like much. I could understand shark fin soup if it actually tasted like phenomenal, like the best thing you'd ever had, but it doesn't. It's just a waste of shark life, really, for status. Like your stream playing with science. Hey! That's cool. Alright, what are we gonna do with this stream? We're gonna do with some flares and some other stuff. Cool to meet a viewer in chat. Olmec is we're gonna need flares. Super cool to meet a watcher in game. Because it is, honestly. I haven't been doing this for that long, and, yeah. Let's get down into the depths. It has nothing. Let's pick up some treasure. Ah, I couldn't even see him in the dark. Crud bone meal. I feel like I should have something to say about bone meal, but not really. I'm gonna contribute there. Let's get to twins. That'll help a lot. Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh! Where did you come from? Right out of the dark. Oh, we got a Thresher on the other team, so it's gonna be super helpful if we can pick up a med kit. Yeah, take that! Oh, that didn't last very long. Don't have enough money for anything yet. Did we get all the treasure from here? Well, we know we didn't get all the treasure from over here because I can see it. Oh, you missed me! Take that, crud, bone meal! That vacuum mouth, yep. That's what sharks do. Well, not in real life, actually. Although, no, they don't really suck up food. That's rays. If you ever have the opportunity to feel a ray, like hand feed a ray, they are super cool because they just, if you hold like a sardine or a squid flat on your palm, they will just sort of swim up over the top and, what do I want here? Let's get a shark shield. And they'll just basically suck the food right out of your hand. And crush it between the bony plates in their mouths. Because unlike sharks, they don't have much in the way of sharp teeth. Even though most sharks and rays are actually quite closely related. I know you need a med kit. I haven't bought one yet. Oh, wow! What was that? Oh, that was probably the Thresher's fin ability. Yes, that is a pretty skin. I've mentioned this before, because I've seen a few other people with that skin, but that's a good one. Ah! Where's the way out? There we go. That's better. How are we for divers? Not so good. I think I'm gonna stick to... Oh! Whoa! Whoa! What? What the heck? Oh! Wow! Okay. Sharks are coordinated, A. Sharks are going for corners, B. Yeah. Gotta go grab a med kit. Oh! Or I won't. Smart of the Thresher to go for me down there. Let's get another med kit, because we are plowing through these things. Can I get... No, I can't. If I can ask, the answer is always usually no. And by always usually, I mean yes, always. Ah! Nope. 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 Stay in here. Stay in here. Oh! No! What was that? Oh, he's got his tail leveled up. All the way to level 3. Oh, wow. Alright. I thought I would be able to get down to the med kit, but the Thresher just swooped right in. Nice coordination. Good work. I think really this is the only appropriate response at this point. Pick up all the treasure we can while we're here, because holy cow, we're not going to last very long. And that room is just full of treasure. veritable gold mine. Ah! I got one shot off. He's bleeding. He's bleeding. Ha 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 ha. Thanks for the flare. Good work. And the med kit, also good work. This is not a good thing to be doing if you don't have the sea scooter thingy. But I am not a wise person. Oh! I missed! I missed! Ah! Stab you to death! Didn't quite work. Oh well. What else is gonna be good? Shark shield in tight quarters. That'll help a bit. Or not! Or it'll last about 30 seconds. They've opened it up so much there's no place to hide. Or... Nope, nope. Not even that'll work. And there's too many holes to put mines in. Fortunately, Steve is on the move, so we'll get to a more secluded place soon. Take that. That's what you get for being a Mako. I shoot you first, because I know you're a threat. There! Oh! Oh, 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 oh! Nope, wasn't quite enough. Stabbing sharks to death only gets you so far. Where's the other diver? Over there. Hide! Run and hide! What are you doing? No hope. Yeah, it's true. That diver has no hope. Nice fantasy, though. Poor Steve. All alone in the depths. Low on ammo? Have a quick look for a nearby ammo box. Fortunately, none of us, in the vast majority of depth games, nobody lives quite long enough to run out of ammo. So that's not really a thing that most people have on their minds. Anyhow, while we're waiting for the next game, continuing to make progress towards that beautiful gold hammerhead skin, or we'll just get right into it, and I won't have time to tell you about more bees, because we do have more bee news today. And before I get any further, I should just say that when I put this up on YouTube, I am not going to do a bee movie YouTube pun. I'm not going to speed this up every time I say bee or shark. I can speed it up every time I say bee and slow it down every time I say shark. I think it'll come out about even. That depends on how much science we actually wind up talking about, as opposed to, what map is this? Let's go with the... Hard to go wrong with mines, and let's see, I don't recognize any of these players. If in doubt, go with the pistol and flares. That's generally a good way to go. So yeah, there was a study from Yale about bees' guts needing their microbiomes to help their immune systems function. Gut microbiomes are super important for a lot of different species, for a lot of different things. I mean, you and I have tons of bacteria in our guts. Noobs. I'm not going to be so defeatist. Don't care if they are noobs. We're going to have fun. Except for you, American Shorthair pal. You better hurry up and get ready. We're all waiting for you. And if you're a bot, I'm going to be mad. Ah, down into the depths. So tranquil. So many sharks. The two are not mutually exclusive, by the way. Especially not in real life. Sharks are, for all that they are, notorious for biting things and killing things and eating things, they are silent in real life. Vicious predators, yes, but... Ah! There's one! But also not big on the noise, with the exception of thresher sharks. I'm gonna pick up somebody else's loot here. Thank you. I get credit. Oh no! Until I die! Oh dear. We got Mako. I mean, that's what's good on this map, obviously. Look at some mines. Mines are gonna be good against Makos. Oh, there's my treasure that I left behind last time. Mine 3 of the entrances. That's a good thing. Yeah, see there? There we go. Oh, we got a great one. We got a great one. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah. Oh, it's a bot. That would explain it. I was going to say, I would not pick Great White for this map, to be perfectly honest. It's, not... There's a lot of small spaces and tight corners. And you can go a lot farther if you have a nimble shark. On the other hand, a bot means we're not going to be able to get as much treasure because they're just so dang aggressive. I mean, what are you even doing? Ah, no, no, no. Especially Great White with with bot using their damage ability. I swear, I don't know how they do it, but I swear that whenever there's a bot playing a Great White, their anti-damage ability just goes on forever. With it, when I play Great White, it feels like it wears off pretty quickly, but... What do I know? Please hit the mine, please hit the mine! Didn't hit the freaking mine! I think the boss is just killing everybody and the other shark is just kind of sticking back. There, take that. That's better. Now maybe we can pick up some treasure in peace. Just a freaking minute. So you can get some upgrades for our weapons! Or we can die like that. Oh well. You know, I've said it before, that there's nothing quite like coming home after a long day at work and just eviscerating some divers. But playing as a shark works pretty well too. Ah, that's not good, that's not good. Get back in, get back in! I bleed! I made it! Ha 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 ha! Sucker! Maybe that's not quite the right word to use. Not a sucker. Very competent shark. Competent at being a shark. Thanks for the med kit! You're awesome! Man, the shield sounds weird when you're under the med kit daze. Something's trying to break in. Oh, up there! Trying to come in over there, are ya? He's gonna fake out. Yep. Was right. Can't see over there. With Makos, their mouths are small enough that sometimes if you keep on the move, then they can't actually get you. Or at least, that's my personal experience as playing as a Mako. Stay in here for as long as humanly possible. Now let's head out. right by it. Get away from it, Omega Cow. And who was calling who a noob? The bot's gonna go right for it. As, frankly, are the sharks. Not a smart move. But then neither is being a bottom feeder at a time like this. Damaged shark. Better than nothing. Oh, shoot! Now there you are! Now I was reloading. Couldn't get a shot at him while I was reloading. What is that? Weird bit of coral. Almost looks like some kind of kite. Like a gumboot chitin? Ever seen one of those? They're pretty cool invertebrates. They shoot at sharks and can't hit them. I mean, frankly, they probably couldn't hit sharks anyway because they don't have internal skeletons. Well, actually, they do kind of have internal skeletons. But they sure don't have hands. If you look at them, just like on a rock, it looks like they're just kind of sitting there. And that's honestly kind of what they're doing. They're just kind of, they look like they're just kind of slabs of tissue. Usually reddish or brownish that sit on rocks. But you know, if that's what you do and you live your life scraping algae off of rocks and you're able to reproduce and make more babies, then, you know, stay under the dead whale. Yes, American Shorthair Paladin, I forgive you for not getting ready earlier. That is an excellent strategy. I highly recommend it. I actually recommend staying in the dead whale. That's usually what I do. Of course, that may not work either. The way that looked, it looked like the like a diver just slammed into the great white's jaws and killed it that way. The sheer force of plunging into his jaws. Shark's coming for you. Shark got you! Oh no! Ah. Oh well. Nerf great white shark bots. Here, here! Great white sharks bots are OP. Fortunately, bots are usually a random shark. And there are some maps where great white sharks just don't work, even if you're playing with bots. But yeah. Let's get back out to the main menu and I'll tell you about some more bees. Oh, there was a cool study out today, which I'm definitely putting a link to, either in the channel or in the YouTube video description. It was published in, embarrassing, I can't remember what journal it was in, but basically, it showed that some scientists put some microphones or some vibratometers basically in a beehive. And they listened to the sounds that the bees were making. Now, scientists have known for some years now that every so often bees will make this little noise. It sounds like whoop, whoop. That's not a very good imitation, but it is the cutest sound when you take it out, when you actually convert it into sounds that humans can hear. Because you couldn't hear it. You could, if you listen to a beehive, all you're going to hear is buzzing. But bees do make these little yelping whoop noises when, or whoop. It's like a lower whoop than that. When they're in their hive, and scientists couldn't really figure out what this was. Initially, they thought that it was basically a noise saying "stop, just stop whatever you're doing," because shark fin soup is back. Often when they're in the hive, bees will do this thing called a waggle dance. And that show tells other bees information about where food is. Like, the scientists have researched this pretty extensively. Like, the bee will do like a figure eight, and the straightaway in the middle of the figure eight will tell the bees how that the distance in the middle will tell the other bees how far away from the hive it is. Vehemence of the dance, the energy of the dance will tell the other bees maybe how much nectar there is. There's information conveyed in that dance about the direction, the direction of the nectar. All this kind of cool stuff. An amazing amount of information conveyed in this waggle dance. It's called the waggle dance because they waggle their abdomens back and forth as they do so. But scientists had previously heard this little whoop noise, and they were thinking, and they noticed that it was happening in conjunction with the waggle dance. And it happened when other bees were clustering around the waggling bee and sort of headbutting it. And they were thinking, well, maybe the other bees are making this whoop noise to make the waggle dance stop for whatever reason. Like, whatever reason bees have to tell other bees to cut it out. And this was a decent hypothesis. It seemed to happen a lot when all the bees were in the hive together. It seemed to happen a lot at night. But upon closer inspection, there's no music. Upon closer inspection, as described in this news study, they realized that the bees were actually making the whoop noise basically whenever they got startled. So when a bee bumps into another bee, the bee that got bumped into will make this little whoop noise. And so yeah, it kind of does mean stop. It's like, stop going forward. There's a shark there. See, this is the point at which I would make a whoop noise because there was a freaking shark there. It's a noise that basically means you did something wrong. You bumped into me. What are you doing? Stop. Oh, no! Like, a dog will yelp when it's startled. It's basically the same idea. Well, flares are kind of useless. But maybe we can make the sharks that much easier to see. Ah, dang it! What are you doing? Is that a corpse? Is there a corpse just chilling in this wreck? It's chilling in an awfully civilized manner, I gotta say. No, that was not a corpse, that was a diver. Oh, that was probably not a good time to buy mines. Pro tip! Don't buy mines. Shark fin soup, yeah, we know you got first blood, you already said it. Sorry. No need to brag. It's not that impressive. Everybody gets first blood some game. If you're gonna brag about something genuinely impressive. I guess I deserve that for chiding other players. That's a cool skin, by the way. It reminds me of a penguin. What's gonna be good for down here? We got a thresher. Let's get a med kit. Let's be nice. You know, maybe a portable turret would be better for here. Yeah. I really should have upgraded my pistols by now. Nobody's coming up here to get this? Oh well, your loss. Oh, my gold's just sitting there. Oh. Oops. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You chewed my legs off. Both in one go. That's an impressive mouth span. Is mouth span a word? It is now. Ah, he's bleeding! He's bleeding out! Ha ha ha! OMG! Why OMG? Because you got first blood and we're still losing? No, not my sonar. Don't be salty. We're in the ocean. There's enough salt here already. He's bleeding! He's bleeding! Ha ha! Bleed! Bleed out! How? I applied bleed from that distance? I'm surprised at myself. Pleasantly surprised? But still surprised. I like it when I can impress myself. Some days you just need that. He's gonna come in through that wall if you're not careful. Or that wall! Not a smart place to act. Woo! Nice Thresher ability. Okay, maybe Threshers are good for this map. If you know how to use the tail, Threshers are good for any map. I'm not so good with the tail. What just happened? Your Pat got a kill. That's great, Shark Fin Soup. Good work. Ah, that was kind of sarcastic and kind of not. Less bragging, more playing. Then maybe we wouldn't have 9 divers left. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I shot him twice, I shot him! But it wasn't quite enough. Oh, well. No, actually. Really the only thing for in here. Clear line of sight down that hallway. That'll help. Hey, thanks for taking care of Steve. Appreciate it. You can't see me, can you? Ha ha ha! The shark was blinded. This is why I hate sonar buoys on this map when I'm playing as a shark. I can't see a dang thing. That drives me nuts. I know you're in here. There you are. Revenge! And some gold to boot. I like that. Nice reward. You're all the way up there already? Wait, I can get up this way, can't I? Yes. Don't freak out, it's just me. I hate it when sharks come around that corner. It's the worst. Oh dear. What's gonna be good? What's gonna be good? What's gonna be good? Mines seem to be doing a good job. Clearly they don't have the anti-mine seeing ability. And like I said, if you can just mine this corridor properly. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You know, I wish there was a game mechanic where if you were holding a mine, not like having it in your inventory, but actually like holding it in your hands, and a shark got you, then it would explode. Still a good game. Shark fin. Shark fin. Don't brag when you have that few kills. That's all I'm saying. And that little bonus income. You're supposed to pick up the treasure. Okay, I will say, I don't like to be hard on noobs. I played this game for the first time once too, okay? Problem is, when you then brag about every achievement that you do in the chat, it's not a good look. However, Sharkfin Soup got a good harpoon out of it, so hopefully he or she will be willing to play again. So yeah, bee studies. We got the whoop, we got the microbiome of bees. There's been some talk this week, at least on biologist Twitter. I'm subscribed to I follow a lot of biologists on Twitter. About the potential for the Endangered Species Act to be eliminated by U.S. politicians. And one of the things that I've seen brought up again and again is if the Endangered Species Act goes away, then we're probably going to see some species of bees go extinct. And this has been brought up enough times that I feel like I should maybe talk about it. So, just earlier this year, a couple months, maybe it was December? December or January, I can't remember. There was a amendment, there was a new addition to the endangered species list in the United States. It was a bunch of bees, specifically 7 species of Hawaiian bee, the yellow-faced bees. Ooh, we got an Olmec map. This is gonna be fun. Now, the yellow-faced bee doesn't look like your typical bee. It looks a little bit more almost like a wasp. This could be good for Olmec. Was there any doubt? It's going to be a pistol and it's going to be some flares because there's no other way to survive the opening stages of this map. We're playing against Dick Cheney. Fun. I'm expecting to see him here, but you know, I don't judge what people do in their free time. Let me grab a cough drop. Hair's too dry in here. But yeah, no, these Hawaiian bees, these yellow-faced bees, are special because they are the only bees native to the Hawaiian Islands. If you go to the Hawaiian Islands and you're looking for honeybees, they're not native. If they exist on the Hawaiian Islands, and they were brought there by people. Now, there are a lot of species, to be clear, that were brought to the Hawaiian Islands by people. This is not just a bee thing. But, unlike some other things... Ah! There they are! Oh, we got 2 threshers? Gonna need some medkits for sure. Medkits and nothing too electronic. But yeah, things that evolved on the Hawaiian Islands, I think are super unique. Because the thing about island environments is they are extremely isolated from the outside world. Generally, once a species gets onto an island, in sufficient quantities that it can start reproducing and, you know, making babies and expanding its population, there aren't a lot of, replacements from the outside world. So there's no what you would call gene flow from the outside. So mutations get amplified within the small population, which means that if one animal gets a mutation, it has a much higher probability that 3 or 4 generations down the line, a large percentage of the animals in that population will have it. Oh dear, I heard it. I was killed by Dick Cheney. Lovely. Let's get one of these and some twins and bleed on it. Right in front of me! Oh, wow, okay. I can't see anything. I killed one, I think. Did I? Well, one of them killed me. Righto, then. Let's get a shark shield up. Pronto! He bled out. Good. I mean, Hawaiian honeybees, I should clarify. or yellow-headed bees rather, are not the only species to have done this, to have gotten onto Hawaii and then evolved into their own unique thing. They're not even the only insect to do it. There are some butterflies which are only found on Hawaii. There's a ton of birds. There's actually let's go with turret, I think. Yeah. There's actually a species of Hawaiian crow, which again, found nowhere else in the world but Hawaii. Just there. I'm gonna guard the flag. Yeah! You bleed out, why don't you? Yeah, let's get one of these. That's a good thing for this wide open room. I'm gonna try and open it up, you just watch. See, that's the thing, the tail ability just opens those walls right up once you evolve it to the... Not evolve. Well, it is called evolution points, so I guess in the Pokemon sense it is kind of... We are talking about evolution, though, so I feel like now is a good time to remind everybody that evolution does not happen in a single animal's lifetime. It is a process which takes many generations to spread genetic changes through a population. It is also usually an incremental process. Tiny genetic mutations or changes to the epigenetic code will add up over time. Evolution takes a really frickin' long time. Adaptations that happen within the lifetime of an individual are just that. They are adaptations. And this is all discounting weird things like epigenetics, which are super cool, but are a bit different than evolution. And I can get into that if people are interested / curious, but that is kind of complicated. Oh, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding. I'm dead. Oh well. I'm hugging its tail. That's so cute. Do I have enough money for anything? No. Dang it. Oh dear. Ah, not a moment too soon on the turret. Think I got an achievement just there, like a bankroller or something? I don't know. I'm too busy actually playing. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh! What was that? I'm so disoriented. I'm just going for the... Don't you dare eat me! I was trying to get health. I think my favorite animal ever to evolve uniquely on the Hawaiian Islands, alive or dead, might be the mole duck. This was, I think I could, oh dear. I can't see a darn thing. I think a mole duck is best described as, what would happen if a platypus, like a duck-billed platypus. Yeah, it's basically a duck-billed platypus with all duck and no platypus. It's a, it was this crazy-looking thing. Let's go with toxic, actually. It was blind. It was a... I'm trying to talk about the mole duck, for crying out loud. You keep killing me. How am I supposed to teach science if you keep killing me? But yeah, imagine a blind duck with basically useless wings that were so small and atrophied they were basically useless. That just waddled around on the ground in caves and on the forest floor, and sort of dabbled around on the ground for its food. And then you've got the Hawaiian mole duck. Flightless, sightless, a duck. Pretty cool. We know it from fossils found in this one cave, and possibly some other places too. It's not alive anymore. You can't go to Hawaii and find it. But, it existed at one point, and that makes me happy. Unlike these sharks, which are making me very unhappy. Because they keep eating me. My favorite Hawaiian animal that's alive now? Probably... it's a tough choice. I'd say either the Hawaiian crow, which is a beautiful crow, very intelligent, and which actually went extinct in the wild in a lot of places, but was recently reintroduced to the wild. I'm gonna put a link to an article about that from the Audubon Society, because it was a truly inspiring tale of conservation. The way that this crow was saved in captivity and bred in captivity and reintroduced to the wild. I'm also a huge fan of the nene. Let's just go ahead and find another match. Why not? The nene is a Hawaiian goose. Think like if you took a Canada goose and added some really beautiful brown and black mottling onto the feathers on its back, and made it shorter and stockier and lowered the neck a little bit, and made it not so frickin' aggressive. Canada geese are so darn aggressive, and geese are jerks. What can I say? But not the nene. The nene is gentle and nice. If you get too close to it or its babies, instead of freaking out and hissing and attacking you, it'll just honk concernedly. Like, I don't know what's happening here, but I don't like it. Instead of going, "You get away from my babies!" and flapping and trying to bite you and knock you to the ground, and, like most geese will. I mean, I understand that instinct. It just makes geese very difficult to live alongside. Let's go with some sonar buoys. Ooh, let's go with the lantern. That's fun. We got that skin last time. Pretty cool. Get ready for this map. This is a tougher map. It's not my favorite. I've come to like it more and more, though. Especially as a shark. Still kind of tricky for me to learn how to play as a diver, but such is life. I've had the opportunity to see some nenes a couple of times. There's a Captain Picard's balls. That's a username for you. Tricky and vulgarity. Wait, was that? What is that? Was that a ghost? Did anybody else just see a skeleton ghost? I remember seeing those around the... Yeah! There it is! There's skeleton ghosts in the water. I remember seeing those around the Halloween event. I guess they brought him back for Chinese New Year? I don't really see why that merits ghosts, but what do I know? Do they just hang out in this temple area? And I never noticed because I played as a shark the last couple times? Who can say? Hey, don't kill my sonar buoys. Thanks. Safety in numbers, dude. Don't go out alone. So I don't know if those ghosts were a glitch or if they're supposed to be there. Somebody tell me if you watched this and you know what's going on. I mean, it would totally make sense for there to be ghosts there. Sharks have certainly killed enough things. And we live in a magical world where sharks eat people by the dozens. So why should there not also be ghosts? If you're gonna go with one weird, unrealistic thing, why not have ghosts too? Now there's another one. I just swam right through it. Also, that's a really cool ghost design, just gotta say. It's like swimming skeletons. Where am I? There's gold here! Wherever I am, there's gold here. There's gold in them, their undetermined location. Get up in the corner! Get up in the corner! Get up in the corner! I killed him. I killed him for you! You better be thankful. Oh, there's gold out there. I know sharks yet. You're welcome. I know you're here. I can hear you. Oh, you're over there. And you're dead. That's a cool looking treasure chest. I should probably be going out and getting gold, but honestly, on this map, I'm not really good at keeping an eye open for the sharks, so it's probably better if I just sit here. Ah, I saw a shadow. I saw a shadow. I know you're there. Oh! Where did you come from? That's not fair. Yeah, it is actually totally fair. Cool skin. Nice tattoos. Nice whale bones, too. If I were any kind of reasonable diver, instead of somebody just going ahead and looting everything for treasure, I might try to grab one and take it back and do a nice scrimshaw on it. Or I might take it back to discover the wonderful animals that live basically only on and in whale bones. But no, I am a murderer who shoots sharks in the face for fun. Also because they're trying to kill me. But mostly for fun. Man, I do wonder what's going to come of that Navy project that I talked about the other week. The guys who were trying to make the artificial hagfish slime. If they can actually make a genuine effective shark repellent out of that, that would be super cool. Because, I mean, that's what real hagfish slime is for, really. Getting the gills of sharks and clog them up. No, you don't. He didn't. How about that? I told him not to, and he didn't. How very considerate of him. Shark up there. That's fine. We can just ignore that. I swear I saw a shark just now. Ah, there you are! I'll shoot you in the face until you die! Or until I die. Hey! It was not me! Where's the nearest health? I need health, I need health, I need health. Where is the nearest health? Oh well. I shot him once! Or maybe I stabbed him once. Hard to say. Oh, what's gonna be good next? Can I buy one? I can buy one of these fancy things. Oh, cool rock formation. I wonder what curious geological conditions could produce this phenomenon. Until I get bleed on the volley jet, I'm gonna stick with pistols, I think. I cashed it in, good! I can die easily now. Rest easy, not die easy. That's different. Very different indeed. There! Nope, 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 nope. Are you bleeding? Are you bleeding? Are you bleeding? If you're bleeding, I've done my job. Yes. I think you're the guy who said you watched my stream. Sorry, man. That's life. Anybody who actually watches my stream regularly should be familiar, or at least the depth streams, because I do stream other games as well. XCOM, which I'm really bad at, and but is really super fun, and indulges my the alien conspiracy nut in me. I'm not actually an alien conspiracy nut. I just think that alien conspiracies are interesting. Actually, let's get toxic instead. And Subnautica, which also has aliens, curiously enough. And it seems like all my aliens have either aliens, or the ocean, or both. Curiously enough, those are two of my main interests. Like I mentioned. Good game, everybody. Ah, somebody get that cool DPV skin. Whoa! I don't think I've seen that achievement before. Good work, Johnny Z06. Very good work indeed. I just realized something that I really should change about my stream. It looks like when I started playing, I didn't actually change what game I was playing in the little drop-down menu. I changed the name of the stream to be accurate, but the drop-down menu didn't stick. That's been fixed now. So, with that out of the way, let's get into another game. What have I talked about? I talked about Hawaiian bees, I talked about gut microbes in bees, I talked about whoop in bees. Have I talked about colony collapse disorder yet? Let's talk about neonicotinoids for a moment. I should say, just as a disclaimer, we don't know really what causes colony collapse disorder. Colony collapse disorder is a thing which scientists are seeing in bee colonies, especially in North America, and I believe it's in Europe too, where what'll happen is, oh, we're on crude, this will be fun. You'll have a normal functioning honeybee hive, and the workers will mostly, basically it's exactly what it sounds like. The colony will basically cease to function. The workers will leave. Sometimes your queen will die. And that makes it extremely difficult for the hive as a whole to function. And usually what happens is the remaining workers will either die off or they'll fly off to find new homes, and then you'll be left with an empty beehive. Good luck, have fun. And this is a problem for beekeepers because what happens sometimes is you'll have beekeepers who will lose their hives, or you might have a farmer who keeps around a beehive to pollinate his or her orchards, and then the colony will collapse, and then you are very nice shark in the chat. Very nice shark. But yeah, this is a problem. And scientists are not 100% sure what's causing it. There are a lot of theories about this out there. Some people say it's disease. Maybe there's something that's killing off the bees. Maybe there's a parasite, like there's some mites or something, which are killing off the bees. Maybe there's a pesticide which is killing off the bees. And all of these are pretty, have more or less merit to them. I mean, none of them are completely outlandish. Let's talk about pesticides for a moment. Because that's one of the most well-studied theories at this point. Where is Steve? Oh, there's Steve. There's a class of pesticides called neonicotinoids, which is pretty widely used at this point. It's relatively safe, as far as we can tell, for humans and basically mammals and birds. So it's popular because it doesn't have any obvious nasty side effects on us or birds. Problem is, there's some evidence that it's killing off bees. I see you! 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 No, no, no! You won't get me! Ah! Great white, I gotta get lead on this gun. There we go. Can I get some more mines too? Yeah. Let's mine this place up. Limited entrances means limited ways that you can get in without my say. Ah, there we go, see? We just gotta watch that entrance because he knows it's clear. Or it'll come in another way and prove me wrong. Steve is on the move. Fun thing about neonicotinoids, you might notice that it sounds like nicotine, and that is not a coincidence. It's made out of some of the same compounds as are found in tobacco. Fun fact, the tobacco plant may have initially evolved nicotine to help keep away insects. It's a sort of natural pesticide. It's kind of coming full circle there. But yeah, there's some pretty good evidence to suggest that if you put nicotinoids, pesticides, onto bees, then they will die. So if you have a bunch of bees foraging in a field where there's neonicotinoid pesticides on the crops, then those bees may get it on themselves. They may die themselves, or they may bring it back to the hive and harm their hive mates, their fellow bees. And that's a bit of a problem for trying to keep your colony alive. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Cool skin, look at that. That is freaking awesome. Look at those spines and like a skull face. That is a wicked skin. Anyway, neonicotinoids. So, plus, there's some evidence to suggest that a lot of the pests which neonicotinoids traditionally have protected against may actually be developing resistance to it. It's the same idea as like antibiotic resistance. You know, if you're in a situation where you have these insects being exposed to this pesticide constantly, then eventually some of them may have mutate or already carry a gene which allows them to survive a spraying by or exposure to neonicotinoids, and then those bugs will be more likely to survive and pass on their genes to the next generation. And eventually those genes will spread through the population if they're beneficial enough. And then, one day, you, the farmer, will wake up to find that your pesticides don't work anymore. And your crops will die, just like this poor diver. Because they will be consumed by the pests that they were once protected against. Should have bought mines. Oh well. Oh, thanks! Cool. I'll go out and grab these things. As long as the sharks can't see me. Doing something so incredibly foolish. Honestly, that's the best thing shark shields are for. Not for protecting you inside these tight spaces, because the sharks are always going to lunge for the corners anyway. They're good for making sure that you can safely go into the outdoor areas. Those wide open bits where the sharks can't see where you are and can't lunge straight for you. Yes! Take that! Oko. Oko the shark. I saw a shark out there, but it was just a trick of the light. Quite literally. Light playing off that of the building over there. You guys didn't pick up any of this treasure over here. What? We are bad treasure thieves. I don't want to say treasure hunters or archaeologists, because no, we're just stealing this stuff. Like Indiana Jones there's a running joke. Well, actually, it's a little tired at this point. Indiana Jones is a terrible archaeologist. He doesn't preserve anything. He triggers all the traps, which themselves have vital ecological value. Or not, I'm sorry, not ecological. Archaeological value. Like think about some of the traps he's encountered over the course of his time as his tenure as a archaeologist. Any single one of those traps would tell us vast amounts about the culture that built it. Like, think about the opening trap in the Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know, with the boulder. That tells us that the culture that built it had a complex understanding of physics. They were able to either construct or find a perfectly spherical boulder. Oh, I thought you were a shark. I almost shot you. Don't do that. Don't come into my peripheral vision when I can't. Yeah, just don't come into my peripheral vision. Can I treasure out here? Oh yeah, there is. How about that? There's also sharks out here! Let me get back in! Help? I think I'm stuck. Oh no! Oh well, it's a great white. What can you do? We're not doing so great with the divers. Oh no, wait, let's not mine this place up, actually. Let's get a portable turret for the run down there. Because it's a wide open stretch now! And we need protection. Now, normally, there's one place I can go. I can't see it because of the oil. Instead, all I can see is a shark because it consumes me alive. Ah, yes, let's get down here. Hey, I killed it. How about that? Yes, here's the place. You can just sit here. They can't necessarily. Only the smaller sharks can get you under here. Oh! And there's a smaller shark. How about that? Oh, I'm bleeding. Hey, thanks, man. Oh, no, wait. This is a Ah, dang great white. 4 sharks. I'm not liking these odds much, but we might make it. We might make it if we're lucky. Let's be lucky. Let's get lucky. Let's get lucky. Let's get lucky. Up in the sun where I can see things. Hey, I killed it. How about that? Up towards the light. We've almost run out of divers. We're down to 2. Come on, Steve. Hurry it up. Steve. Yes! Yes! Oh, cool. We got a volley jet skin. Useless ally. Oh, come on. Your ally did fine. 10 kills and 3 assists is just fine. Especially... Let's see. Oh, it's not bad. Let's see. Testes was the last gate player. I thought I was alive at the very end. Oh well. Who am I to judge? Let's check how much progress we're making towards that that skin. We're almost to that coin. We're just a couple games away from the coin, and then we've only got a bazillion more points to get to the hammerhead. Oh well, I'm gonna grab another cough drop here. Actually, another drink of water, another cough drop, because like I said, the air is really dry in here. First, I thought I was just coughing constantly because I was getting over this cold. But then I watched as my houseplants began to wilt about twice as fast as usual, and I'm like, something's wrong here. And then I realized that my apartment complex is just keeping the air really dry for some reason. When I signed my lease, there were a bunch of clauses in there about minimizing houseplants and basically keeping your apartment super dry so that no mold grows. So I know they're really concerned about that. And that's a valid concern, but on the other hand, if I can't talk for 2 hours straight because my throat dries out, that's a problem. Got another temple map. That'll be fun. Let me see here. Oh! There is another oh, Testes again! Well, that's okay. I know he's a cool player. Maybe not cool. I don't know if he's cool or not. He's good. Temple, 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 temple. Let's get some sonar buoys in there. So yeah, I definitely have one more cool side story, but it's a complicated one, and I want to save it for after this match. Testes, hurry it up. I know you're a good player, but really. Also, cute avatar. Cat with specs. I don't think that's how that works. Okay, now we're all ready. Down we go to the temple. Let's see if the ghosts are there again. What if the ghosts are always on temple? I just never noticed. Ah, depth emotes. Fascinating things. Yeah, see, there's another ghost. We just saw it. Or I just saw it anyway. I swear it was there. Ah! Couldn't drop it in time. Oh, no, 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 not dang it, great white. Oh, well. Let's hold off on buying things. Look at the twins. Twins upgrade. That'll make it easier to shoot these things in the face where the lead belongs. That wasn't a very good quip. I'm not good with the awesome, cool quips. The don't be salty thing was pretty not bad. As far as these things go, where'd you go? Where'd you go? How do I shoot you? Come back! No, don't actually. Stay away, thanks. You're good. I can live with you not coming back perfectly, honestly. Steve just kind of sucked that in. Because I was not good enough with the aiming. Sharks are not forgiving if you can't hit them right in the face. Steve, less so. Kind of makes me wonder where the captain picked up Steve in the first place. Oh, there's more ghosts! I knew it. Freaking knew it. Like, Steve is obviously some kind of either just modified or ROV, like ocean exploration vehicle. But, like, that would be horribly expensive. Like, that's, you know, a whole year's research funding, at least. Several years research funding for a decent-sized marine biology team. Like, built by an institution. That's not something this Captain What's-His-Face could have built on his own. I imagine this captain going up to some, like, marine biologist at a conference and being like, "Hey, can I borrow your ROV?" The marine biologist is like, "Well, sure, what for?" And he's like, no reason. I just wanna steal some treasure and shoot some sharks in the face. Yar." And the marine biologist is like, "What?" And the captain's like, I mean, studying fossil shells from the Devonian. Yar. I don't know what accent I'm going with with him, honestly. He doesn't talk like that at all. I was going more for a lethargic whale man than legitimate pirate thieving sea captain. Oh well. You know what? He's a thief and a terrible man who shoots sharks who encourages his divers to shoot sharks in the face. I can give him whatever accent I darn well please. And he'd deserve it. Alrighty, let's get that up there. Oh no! Did I shoot you? I shot you! Haha! Yes! Alright, well, nearest health is 1,000,000 miles away, so let's just focus on getting treasure, shall we, until we die? As good as dead anyway. Wait, there's a house right freaking there! Ah, and I died. Somebody go pick up my treasure, will ya? I had a fair bit. I think I dropped it somewhere around here. How did I lose some health already? That shark must have had razor fins on. That's a cool, upgrade for if you have a bunch of divers all clustered together. I like it for the, Devil's Head mind map, personally. Shark's bleeding, yes! Bleed, shark. Bleed. What is that? If it were a little more melodic, I would call it whale. I'd say it's a whale. We know there are whales around here. There's a whale fall somewhere. Whale carcass? I don't know where, though. It's easier to find as a shark. Ah! Just stab it in the face until you die! Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I just got some health. It's right freaking there. I shot you once! You're bleeding! You're bleeding! You're bleeding! Yes! Am I gonna have to get health again? Are we just gonna have to keep repeating this cycle? Not again! I didn't even get a chance to shoot you this time. We're sharks, man. Sharks, man. Freaking sharks. Well, that'll help a little, I suppose. Let's upgrade that to toxic. Volley jet's gonna be good with the shark shield on. And honestly, for hammerheads, volley jets are good against hammerheads. Not as good as explosive harpoons. And not as good as seeing the freaking hammerheads before they come out of nowhere. Good eyesight, the best weapon. I think I shot another diver by accident. Oh, that's more ammo. I thought somebody was helpful and got a med kit. Oh. Man, these great whites are nimble today. I'm good at sneaking. I got your backs, lads. And ladies. Or no, maybe I don't, and I'm just shooting blindly like all the rest of you. Ah, I didn't see him. Let's come up from behind. Man, the sharks this time are good. Very good work. Very good work to everybody. Ooh, oh. There's a seal. See, I'm not the only one who went with the volley jet strategy. Cool, cool. Hey, I got the bankroller achievement. How about that? Not every day that happens. It's fun when it does. So, I got a cool science story to tell you. And I'm really wanting to play as a shark because we haven't done that since like the first couple rounds. So, let's try to find a shark match, and I'll tell you about this cool, totally actually depth-appropriate science story. So, I only learned about this today. And this is kind of amazing because A, I've done some, I did some writing about geophysics for a while, and B, this thing was huge. So it turns out that in 2012, on the seabed, oh, we got a template map as a shark, that'll be interesting. On the seabed north of New Zealand, there was a massive volcanic eruption. And the cool thing of this, called the Havre eruption, I think it's called. I will put a link with the spelling so you can Google it appropriately. I haven't played with a lot of these people yet tonight. Scientists didn't actually know about it until after it happened because our knowledge of what goes down on the deep, deep ocean floor is pretty minimal, honestly. I've heard this people say we know more about other planets than we know about our own seabed. I don't know if that's quite true, but we really don't know a whole lot about what goes on down there on a day-to-day basis. For Temple, you know, we've seen a lot of people go great whites. I kind of want to go tiger. What was that? Any opinions? I am open to them if you want to put them in the chat. You got about 45 seconds. Probably more like 20 seconds, because there's a lag. Otherwise, I'm going to go tiger. Tiger. Now we got Tiger Hammerhead duo. That'll be fun. Anyway, so yeah, in 2012 there was this eruption on this on the bottom of the sea, and the Havre Seamount erupted, and just like a volcano would on land. Now, one of the things that volcanoes spew out is pumice stone. It's basically this extremely light stone. It is so light, in fact, that it is lighter than water. So when a seamount volcano erupts, all that pumice stone drifts to the surface. And scientists first knew about this underwater volcano erupting when they saw this giant raft of pumice stone floating on the surface. And they're like, did we know about this? And so the scientists who found it checked with some other scientists and like, no, this is new, this is weird, this is cool. And this raft of floating stone eventually grew, when they first took a look at it, it was the size of Philadelphia. It was that big. Like, imagine a raft of rock the size of Philadelphia just floating on the surface of the ocean. That's a lot of rock. And it was 11 feet thick to start. It was really, really huge. A lot of stone. And then, as time went on and the stone became less and less dense, sort of spread out on the surface of the ocean, the raft grew larger because it was no longer so thick. It was more spread out, like I said. It eventually grew. The raft eventually grew to twice the size of New Zealand. Like, this thing was huge, and we only really knew about it because we could see it from the air. If it hadn't made this giant raft of rock, we might never have known about it. Took care of that for you. Lantern floating in the sea. That's what you get for shooting at my friend. Just eating. You get eaten, that's what you get. Can I get out of here easily? I don't want to be in here. I'm almost out of health. Is this a way out? What is back here? Look, I just want to get out, man. Alright, fine. I'll go in all guns blazing and I'll eat those. Oh, there's a way out. There's a way out. There's some seals. Come here, you. Or don't, because I'm out of stamina. I need some upgrades so that I can get hemogenesis. I'd already be back in the game by now. We're not eating divers fast enough. Let's get back on down there. We can afford to be a little more aggressive. Ah, not quite. Ooh, they cut me up pretty good on the side there. I guess the moral of the story is, there's an awful lot about the depths of the ocean we don't know. Dunkleosteus, I think that's how it's spelled. Or bull shark next time around. I don't actually, I'm sorry, I only just saw your tweet, your messages. Slam a door through the face. I don't actually have the Dunkleosteus skin. That's a skin for, I can't remember what shark it's for. But I would definitely, listen, if I had the Dunkleosteus skin, I would play it every single time. Next time I will play Bull Shark, though. Hey, KG Hex Kermit! Not much is up. Well, actually, no, there's an awful lot that's up. There's the sky, there's like 3 floors of apartments above me. But in terms of what is happening in-game, I am just eating some divers. Having a grand old time. I know you can hear me. I know you can hear your heart beating. Heart beating faster as I lunge at your face. I was expecting to get more. I was killed by a bot. Such indignity. Let's go hemogenesis. I have the same turtle. The one is to my left. Really? That's so cool. I actually picked this up on a vacation to Hawaii when I was a kid. Oh, mine to the face. We were just talking about Hawaii. And all the delightful animals which evolved to live there. But yeah, it's a cute turtle. Shoot me in the face, will ya? There, take that. I don't like sea scooters. I mean, I like them as a game mechanic, but whenever I see somebody swimming around on one, all daring and stuff, I'm just like, you gotta get eaten first. Yeah, sea turtles in general are pretty cool. I am happy with my choice of stuffed animal as a kid. Actually, well, it was actually not that time. That sounds like such a snob. But, I have actually also seen a live sea turtle in Hawaii while I was scuba diving. Haha, that was so cool! I dove in and set off some mines and got out. That was a cool run. I didn't even get that much damage. Okay, let's do that again. I'll go grab a seal. I have hemogenesis, but it's, not quite enough. Hemogenesis, replenishing blood. That's a cool name for an upgrade. Not just rapid healing, but nope. I make more blood. If the game is to be believed, I make it rather fast. Don't shoot my friends! What was I saying about people on sea scooters? I hate them. I also apparently can't get them in my jaws. Stuffed animals give me nightmares whenever I sleep with one. Oh, that's sad. My friends found an alive turtle in a lake. Weird, really? Like a sea turtle or like a regular old lake turtle? Because there's plenty of turtles that live in lakes. Freshwater turtles. Got things like snapping turtles and box turtles and painted turtles. There's all kinds of turtles. I'm a huge fan of snapping turtles. They're super intimidating, but I love them anyway. Yeah, go get healing. That's what you get. I will not let you heal. Ah, got detected by that sonar break. Regular lake turtle, but I'm in England, so we don't get them. You don't have turtles in England? I'm pretty sure you got some turtles. Maybe it was a released pet. I could see that. You know, somebody found a turtle and was like, I'll just, you know, put this back where it belongs. In the water. This was actually a thing, a while back. How do I get out of here? I just want to get out! Thank you. There was a, I think it may have started on a Reddit thread or something. People talking about how the various times that they'd released their pet tortoises into the lake to live free. And, that's a really bad idea, because tortoises can't swim. Released pet would make sense. That's a bit sad. released pets can do such incredible damage to the environment if it's an invasive species. I mean, think about Florida and pythons. You know? Pythons are not native to Florida. And now, some people released their pet Burmese pythons into the Everglades. And, now they're eating all the alligators. Now, eating all the alligators might sound like a good thing, but when the alligators are your main predators, it's really not. It's totally upsetting the ecosystem. Ah, dang it, I just want to eat you. Thank you. He's not going to bleed out in time. We lost, but it was a hard-fought battle. Hard-fought battle indeed. Very good. They always die when you release the pets. Sometimes I hate to say it, but like I mentioned earlier, see, this is where I'm torn. It's really sad when a released animal dies, because on an individual level, that's an animal that's an innocent animal that did not have any say in this situation, which is released into an environment about it which had no say in. And of course, that's sad when it dies. But on the other hand, I feel like it's worse when a released pet survives and reproduces. Because, like I mentioned, those with the Florida pythons, they're just totally decimating the ecosystem. Because a female python, first of all, pythons are actually perfectly adapted for the Florida Everglades. They are, they're tropical animals. Florida Everglades are a tropical environment. There's lots of water for them. There's lots of prey that isn't necessarily evolved to get away from them. And the female snakes can lay dozens of eggs. So, they're extremely prolific. And they're just they've just moved in and are wreaking havoc with local predator populations. Also, lionfish. Lionfish are another bad example of that. Lionfish are originally from the Indian Ocean. Tortoises can swim, just not for long. That's dark. That's dark, but it's funny. Like penguins can fly, but not for very long. That's same principle. Or people can breathe underwater, just not for very long. Anyway, yeah, lionfish. Lionfish were originally from the Indian Ocean, but either because they were released as pets or for some other reason, they have since spread pretty much globally. And right now they're both in the Caribbean and in the Hawaiian Islands, actually. They've just moved into these reef habitats where they're very much at home. Stash. Stash is not a reef habitat, mind you. It's a little deeper than that. The thing about lionfish, though, is they are extremely toxic. They're covered in these spines. My brother was in England living in a small flat with three royal pythons. That's a lot of pythons. Not sure what they will do when they get bigger. That's a problem you might want to solve early. Alright, Stash, I did say I would go with a bull shark on this map. This is going to be a tough one, but I did promise I'd go with a bull shark. So unless anybody objects, I'm going to do that. Man, that's a pretty shark. Oh, we got a disconnect! Oh, well, at least it's one of the divers. Your brother's lizard. You know, see, that's the thing. I would love a lizard. Specifically, I would love a bearded dragon. I had a chance to interact with some bearded dragons when I was a volunteer at the Toledo Zoo back in the day. Bull shark. Bull shark it is. 7 snakes, a gecko, and a dog? That's a lot of pets. How does a dog get along with the pythons, do you know? Getting down in there. That'll be interesting. I haven't played this map as a bull shark in a long time. Usually it's great white or mako. Or sometimes hammerhead. On the other hand, there's a lot of good spots to build rage, so, yeah. On the other hand, there's a lot of good spots to get shot really easily, and the bull is not great with the health. I want a bearded dragon too. Yeah, they're fun. Pretty calm as far as these things go, and what? How did I miss? That's the thing, it's also got that reddish cast over the screen as a bull shark. It's a little harder to aim. I'm just making excuses at this point, but it's true. My neighbor has over 500 snakes? Ah, dang it! Oh, made short work of you. He smashes the gerbils on the head with the rolling pin if he wants them dead. Jeez, that's a little brutal. You can buy dead things from a pet store. Like, they'll pre-kill them for you, usually much more humanely than with a rolling pin. Although, I will say, if he is actually going to try and feed stuff to his snake, it's probably good that he's killing him first. A, it's more humane. B, than just straight up feeding live gerbils to a snake. B, his snakes could actually get hurt. Zoos and aquariums never live feed their snakes, or at least accredited ones don't. Both because it's cruel to the gerbil, or usually the mouse in their case, but also because the mouse could easily, or rat for the larger ones, could easily severely injure the snake as it's thrashing around. And when you're trying to breed super endangered snakes, that's generally not what you want. Right out the top. Excellent. Recharge some stamina. Nice thing about the bull is it does recharge the stamina pretty fast. Feed off of the violence. Ooh, I set off a mine. Well, I was probably gonna die early. I killed Sylvia Earle! I don't know if you saw. That bot was named Sylvia Earle. Let's go with Hangry. Get in there a little faster. We're killing divers at a good clip. I'm liking the way this is turning out so far. Let's hang out here. Build rage a little bit. Ah, I had bleed. Somebody's playing smart. Somebody's got bleed. I should probably get the bull shark upgrades next, to be perfectly honest. I was hoping to get the other diver on the way out the door. Didn't quite happen, but that... yeah. Feed live babies to the snakes because they do no harm. Yeah, but that's still not cruel to the baby rats, you know? Death by carbon monoxide. If you're going to have baby rats to feed to your snakes, a death by carbon monoxide, which is often how rats and mice are euthanized to become feeder animals, is far less cruel, I would say, than live feeding to a snake. It's quicker, painless. Yeah. If you're gonna have to get rodents to feed to a snake, better to get them pre-killed. For everybody's sake, really. I can't see anything. Well, I killed him, I think. Or I damaged him. Oh, baby animals! I was thinking baby humans. Yeah. Feeding baby humans to a snake would be violating several major laws. I don't even know which ones. Manslaughter, maybe? There's rules about that. kind of thing that sends you to prison, yeah, assuming you live in a state that does not do the whole death penalty thing, for a very long time. I mean, there are snakes that could probably eat a baby. The aforementioned Burmese pythons, for one. I could see a python eating a baby. If it found one. I'd know how it would find one. Ah! Ah, I thought I could get in there once they... APS rifle with a beekeeper. Interesting. Let's go for that second bull shark upgrade. Get a little bit more rage and have it last a little longer. At that much tougher. I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding! Ah, dang it! Stupid shark getting all in my face. Can't see anything. Fried babies or made of flesh burger. That is really dark. That is, in fact, really dark. I would not eat a human baby. Why bother? There's lots of other options for meat out there that do not involve, you know, killing something that might become sentient someday. If it isn't already. I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding! Gotta get down here. Out of sight. Recover a bit. Alright. No longer bleeding. Oh, nah! Come on! How did I not see that? That was quite something. Alright. Let's see here. Ah, good game. Very nice work, CJ. Very nice work indeed. Let's see if we can, I'm gonna check on my progress towards that medal. See if that's, how that's coming. I don't want the medal. Oh, I actually got it. Did I get it this time? 609. Yeah, I guess I got it. I didn't stick around to see. Still working towards that hammerhead. Let's do a couple more games. Let's, the night is young, and, I don't know if I've mentioned the last couple streams, but I'm actually not going to be around on Saturday. Normally, I stream Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesday is Subnautica, Thursday is Depth, Saturday is XCOM, but I'm going to be out of town on Saturday, so I'm not going to be around to stream. Yeah, do you play any other games? I just said, Tuesday is Subnautica, Thursday is Depth, and Saturday is usually XCOM, but I'm not going to be around on Saturday to play XCOM, because I'm going to be out of town, and, well, I will have my laptop. My laptop cannot run XCOM 2, which is what I play. So, unfortunately, I may try to find some other game to stream, but I'm going to be on the road, so, you may be out of luck. Alright, I'm taking votes for Shark. I'm taking votes for Shark. I normally would like to play either Mako or Tiger Shark on this map, but if the chat has preference, then, I'll go with that. I'm going Tiger unless I hear otherwise. Look at those teeth. That is a beautiful shark. It's not terribly... It's not really inaccurate. I don't know about the fins. Tiger. Alright. Everyone vote for Tiger? Tiger going once. Tiger going twice. Alright. Tiger it is. I've mentioned this before, but I've been looking at all the sharks so far. I don't think I've actually checked the... What shark have I not checked? I don't know if I've actually checked the Thresher shark, but I think every single shark skin in this... every single shark in this game is a girl. I haven't seen claspers on a single one of them. Fun fact, all the sharks in Finding Nemo are also girls, because none of them have external claspers that you can see, which are sort of the shark equivalent of male genitalia. Shark equivalent of penises. Yes! Now you run. Oh, come on, how did I miss you? Disgraceful. Let's get that opened up a little bit. What is that? Oh, I guess that's the wall. Nice in and out. That's how you do it. I'm gonna go grab a seal. I don't have hemogenesis yet. Seals on this map are hard. They're all down here. Which is nice for the later stages of the game, but super inconvenient at the start. Tourist. What are you doing out? Let's fix that, shall we? You venture out, you get eaten. That's how this game works. It would be cool if they had a megalodon. I mean, they do actually have a megalodon in this game. Sorry, responding to your comment for a few minutes ago. I've been concentrating on the game. But, yeah, there is actually a megalodon in the game if you play Megalodon Hunt, but I have never actually been able to play Megalodon Hunt, mostly because nobody else seems to play it, ever. So whenever I get into a Megalodon Hunt match, I just wind up waiting around forever. Megalodon hunts are different than regular matches because, you know, you play as either diver or megalodon, and if you are a diver and you kill the megalodon, then you get to play as the megalodon. Should have activated my special power before getting in there. They do? Yeah, they do. Maybe after this I'll try getting into a match, but I have tried several times, not while I've been streaming, but just on my own, and never had any luck. It's a game. It's a mode that people tend to like to play with their friends, I think. Like, you'll get into a match with, like, 4 or 5 of your buddies. Well, that was a mine. We know they're using mines now. And we also know that that door is open. Ah, dang it! Well, I have serrated teeth, so that is not a waste. How big is the Megalodon? It's pretty big, from what I've seen of videos of other people playing it. Bigger than any of the sharks that you can play, just in the normal game mode. Ah, dang it, I bleed on me. Let's just sit here, wait for that to go away, grab a seal. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a corpse. That's what happens when you get away from the group. I eat you. Where's the other shark? I haven't seen him in a while. I hear him. Ah, I thought I could get out through the hole in the floor. Couldn't quite make it. Yep, see, no claspers. That's a girl. Yeah, I mentioned the sharks in Finding Nemo. None of them have claspers either. And for the longest time, I just assumed it was because that would be awkward to try to explain to kids. Like, hey, what's that? That's what the shark uses to make the babies. And then you have to explain about the birds and the bees and all that. No, turns out the reason that the Pixar animators gave was that, it looked weird, basically. With the Bruce the shark, the great white in Finding Nemo, they were going for a bunch of round shapes. They wanted like a kind of cutesy spherical shark, and having claspers on there just sticking out looked really weird, in their opinion. At least I took out the shark shield. The other guy can now go in and hopefully take him out a little bit. Also, fun fact about the sharks in Finding Nemo. Bruce the shark is so named, I believe. It's been a while since I saw this, so don't take my word as law here. But he's not just named after the fact that it seems like every Australian and their cousin is named Bruce. That's a stereotype. But after the model that was used to make Jaws. One of the model sharks that was used in the filming got nicknamed Bruce for some reason. So I've always assumed, because I think I read it somewhere on the internet, that it was a Jaws reference. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, you know, yeah, it's an Australian thing, but claspers wouldn't look right. No, they wouldn't. And again, there's the whole, you know, you gotta explain that to people, and that's a little awkward. Oh, there's a mine there. Steer clear of that, then. Right in the middle of the room. And don't dilly-dally right around the windows, for crying out loud. That was a bad strategy. On the other hand, blowing up a mine right in the middle of the freaking room and damaging a bunch of divers in the process, that's a strategy. I'm gonna call it a strategy. It's either a strategy or I made a mistake. I'm calling it a strategy. That sounds better. Mine there. On the other hand, no mine down there. Just a tasty, tasty diver. Ah, Steve on the move? No. LOL. Yeah. You all shot me. Let's go with double time. I wish the crude oil on this map had more of a game mechanics aspect to it. Not sure. That guy is definitely aiming at that door. And there's a mine in there. So do I go for the door that everybody's aiming at? Or do I go for the unexpected angle? Or do I just wait for Steve to move and everybody to move out? I think that's a better option. Move out. Why don't you? Ah, yes, I can see you. Thank you. I got revenge. Unexpected, but delightful. Ah, dang it. Couldn't quite get down to him in time. I hope nobody does the hiding in the shipping containers thing. That is annoying as heck. Do you know Marlin would have cut off his genitals and bred with Nemo if it was real? I mean, he wouldn't have cut them off. That's not how that works. They just kind of fall off. Or I don't know if they fall off. Fish have external fertilization, which is weird. I think it would have turned into a female. But yeah, clownfish do that. Clownfish will change sex to be able to breed with one another. Why'd you have to shoot me? Why'd you have to go and shoot me? Well, it's really 6 versus 4. Because there's more divers in the water at any one time than there are sharks, but let's do this anyway. We're not gonna make it, we're not gonna make it, we're not gonna make it! Zuthina again. I keep killing Zuthina. We got a bit of a rivalry going on, don't we? Well, lost. Yeah. Aim at my pal, will ya? That's what you get. Even if you win in the end. I wish I could say it ended, and then the divers never ventured into the realm of the sharks ever again. They had learned their lesson and led noble lives of animal conservation and archaeological preservation from hereafter. But no. No, instead what happened is they got in the queue for a new game. Because that's how this works. Just a heads up, I'm probably only going to play a couple more games so that I can keep this into a reasonable length for putting up online later, because if it gets over several hours, then it takes forever to put up on YouTube, and then if I have internet issues in there, then that can be a real problem. Plus, I'd already talked about most of my science news that I had prepped for the day, but that's alright. I'm gonna do at least a couple more games. So you've only got one more week of me playing Depth to get this skin, and by golly, I want it really bad. So, definitely we'll try our best to get to there. I don't know if this is insulting, but you remind me of Amy from The Big Bang Theory. You know what? I'll take it. I've also been told that my voice reminds people of Sandy Squirrel from SpongeBob. I always try to take everything in the best possible light. That's a philosophy that I try to adhere to. Brings me more joy than pain. I always think of myself as being a lot like the protagonist of, who is actually, honestly, the person who writes the Junior Scientist Power Hour comic, Abby Howard. I would love to actually meet or talk with her in person because she seems really, really cool, but I feel like reading her comics, it feels like I'm reading about a kindred spirit right there. Somebody who thinks opossums are just vicious and also cool. Somebody who will just, you know, lie in bed at night and look at, and Google pictures of crabs because they're cool. Before I get any further, taking votes for sharks on Hillside. I've seen a couple votes for bull shark over the last couple rounds, so we might go bull shark. I get called Harry Potter quite often. I should play as okay, I will play as divers next round. Next round I'll play a diver round. For right now, though, I'm taking votes for shark. Ordinarily, I go tiger, shark, or mako shark on this map, but honestly, tiger and mako are kind of my go-tos a lot. So yeah, taking votes for shark. You got about 10 seconds. Unfortunately. Somebody wanted bull last round, and I didn't go bull. I went tiger, so I'm going bull this round. Well, I'm going bull this round because it's forcing me to. Oh well. Sorry. Well, KGX Kermit said bull, so KGX Kermit, I hope you're happy. We're going with that this round. Man, bull on that first room will be interesting. On this map, on the first room, there's really only one thing to do, and that if you're a diver, and that's to just mine the heck out of every single entrance. And if you're a shark, and you're playing with savvy divers who know that the only thing to do is to mine the heck out of every single entrance, there's only one thing to do. Not this. Ah, I heard a mine. The only thing to do is to go through the one entrance they're not expecting. Because nobody ever comes in through here. Gonna build up the rage a little bit. Watch that corner. Watch that corner. And out. Excellent. I'd call that a success. Ah, they're trying to see if I'm coming in this way, are they? Well, you know what? I'm gonna come in this way anyway. Take that. And now I'm gonna come in here just to spite you. throw you off a bit. Man, that extra health with the rage gets you is great. I should do this more often. Oh, really? Well, we got a straight shot down in there to the shark shield. And out again. You gotta mind both those entrances to that room where they'll just do what I just did and go in one side and out the other. Oh, hey! Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, those were some good games earlier. Good player. What are you doing? Setting a trap, apparently. Man, that's good. Good move. I mean, yeah, you lost a diver, but I also lost a shark. Gotta be careful with that one. I don't know why I'm so cautious. I have hangry now. Let's see. Do I want to come in here? Yes, I do. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. Stop. There we go. Not a smart man, but luckily I have the British accent, so I sound smart. Whenever somebody talks about that, I always remember this one summer I was at a writing camp when I was in my teens, and there was one guy who was from England, and everybody was going completely wild over his British accent. And I really just wanted to ask him about Doctor Who, because this was back at the time when it was still pretty darn obscure in America, and I'm like, maybe he knows the show! But he didn't. Back in my teens and early college years, I was a massive Doctor Who fan. Still kind of am. Not as much as I used to be, though. I haven't seen the Christmas special yet, for example, and it's February. I have had other things on my mind. Oh, that's a mine, that's a mine, that's a mine. Not going in there. Okay. Noted. I don't know how they didn't shoot me on the way out. He does know Doctor Who. He's not really British. Yeah. He was really British. Just also a, Ah, dang it! Let me eat you! Bleed damage. He just had, he was just far too, cultured, I think, in his view to actually watch Doctor Who. He's the kind of kid who goes to a prestigious writing camp, you know, in your late teens. If that tells you anything. He was a good writer, don't get me wrong. I wonder what he's doing now. I should look him up. I got bleed damage on that guy at least. It went downhill since David Tennant left. I agree about the writing. I think Peter Capaldi is an excellent doctor. Like, I honestly like him the best of all of the new Who doctors. Matt Smith... But yeah, the writing has really gone downhill a lot. I agree with you on that. With a very few exceptions. I think it's gotten more uneven the last few seasons. Like, what was that one with the Doctor trapped in the castle? That was a good episode. Very clever use of, oh, we're playing alongside a bot? Shoot, there goes all my strategy. Let's just go in there and do this thing. Because he ain't gonna wait around for us. But yeah. I also haven't really liked any of the companions since David Tennant left. Okay, fine. I liked Amy and Rory. But other than them, I have not been wild about any of the companions since David Tennant left. So... How did I miss the seal? Let me eat you, darn it. Thank you. Much better. Ah, mine right there. Lucky I saw you do it. Oh, curses! He dropped the mine after I started the lunge. My reaction time just wasn't fast enough. Let's sit here, sit here, sit here. Ah! I thought he might not see me. I should have stayed still. Thought if I could get away fast enough and get rid of the bleed damage, then this is why I hate bleed so much as a shark. Neurotoxin is technically a better upgrade. But when I'm playing as a shark, there's nothing I hate more than bleed. It's so annoying. Slows me down. One where the doctor was trapped in the castle. I fell asleep watching that. You should really watch it. Okay, I don't say this about very many Doctor Who episodes. Whee! But if you can go back and watch the conclusion, that is a brilliant conclusion. It's poignant, plays with time, not to give too much away. I was very impressed by the whole thing. Ah, dang it, I'm bleeding like crazy! Achievement unlocked, front towards enemy. I thought I already had that. Well, now I definitely do. I think that's killing other divers with your mines, or maybe it's killing yourself with the mines. Glad to see other people are adapting my strategy of just using mines like crazy all over the place. Also, using mines so close to Steve is going to get Steve damaged. 5 versus 5. But yeah, the rest of that final season was, meh, not so good. Much better. That was very satisfying. The way that diver swam up there makes me think he put a mine in there. Why am I waiting around? The bot isn't gonna wait. I mean, that might be why. I think I triggered 3 mines in there. I got the explosive achievement. So that's something. It's not on Netflix? How can that not be on Netflix? Man, Netflix is this weird paradoxical thing. It has everything except the things you want to watch. That's how it always happens. Wait for the bleed to go away. I can see you out there. Ah, dang it! Missed you! And now I'm so disoriented. Ely Spence. That's probably a reference to a marine biologist I don't know. Most of the bots are named after either marine biologists or famous explorers. It's not ringing the bell, though. I'm gonna be embarrassing. Probably. I was gonna criticize Domo the Brave for not getting any kills, but he actually didn't even make it in. It was all the bots, so can't fault him for that. That happens sometimes. Alright, so I heard a call in the chat for a round as a diver. If you're still into that, I think I'm gonna go for that. You have the problem with a lot of British comedies where they have season 2 and 3 but not 1. The new Doctor Who is available on Amazon Video. I think that may be the case. There's a lot of stuff which is available on Amazon Video which isn't on Netflix. But if you don't have Prime, that's something you gotta pay for. And if you have Prime, well, then you're paying for Prime. So it's not a perfect fix. All right, so yes, I heard a call for a diver round, so we're gonna play as a diver for a little bit, and then we might do one more shark game before I call it a night. Searching for match. I'm kind of excited for the new season of Doctor Who, to be honest. I Like I said, I haven't even watched the latest Christmas special yet. But with the possible exception of The Angels Take Manhattan, every time they've had an episode set in New York, it's been pretty iffy. I was not a fan of The Dogs Take Manhattan. At all. I thought it was pretty darn silly. So, I'm willing to give it a shot, but the new Doctor Who is on TV, but not the 50 years. Yeah, well, I mean, it's 50 years, and an awful lot of it. A while back, I was going to try and start watching watching all of Doctor Who from the beginning, starting with what few episodes survived from the early years, survived the purge that the BBC did on those early episodes. But then I got distracted. What did I get distracted with? Oh, right. I started writing my senior thesis in college. That tends to take away from your Doctor Who watching time. And then, for a while, I was watching, a bunch of other stuff. Ash vs. Evil Dead, I watched that. There's not much of it, but I did watch it. So good. What should we go with for this map? Well, let's go with the old pistol and some flares. See how far that gets us. For a while, I was watching... Oh, and I was back with my family on breaks from college. I was watching the new Battlestar Galactica. That was pretty cool. Got really badly written, frankly, towards the end, but good acting. Definitely good acting. Oh yeah, and then the summer before I went to grad school, I watched basically all of the X-Files. Okay, qualifier. All of the X-Files except like the last season and a half, when it got just too intolerable to watch. I still have not seen that last season of the X-Files. I've been alternately told it is so bad you should never watch it, just let your memory remain unsullied, and that the final like 3 or 4 episodes are really excellent and you have to see them if you want to call yourself any kind of a fan. So, I don't know which of those is true. The first few seasons were varied from intolerably cheesy up to really great, so. I don't think the X-Files ever did an episode about a shark. It just occurred to me. Did they? Am I missing something? I mean, there were some water creature episodes, but you'd think the X-Files would have done a Megalodon episode at some point. Maybe it would have been too expensive to film at sea. Oh, I could see him coming up from the left just a little bit. Do you have access to iPlayers? Because it has a series called Class, which is related to... Oh! I heard about Class. Interesting to hear your opinions on it. I do not have access to iPlayer. But yeah, I looked at Class and I was thinking, at first I was excited because I'm like, oh, more Doctor Who related content! And then I remembered the K9 TV show. And I remembered the vast majority of the Sarah Jane Adventures. And I just thought, you know, I think I'm gonna pass on this one. I only have a limited amount of time to watch TV these days, and the days when I watch bad TV just for the sake of watching bad TV, I feel like those days are kind of behind me. There's too much else to do here. Hi there, welcome to the channel. Good to have you here. Ah, nope. Shark, 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 shark. Shark going off that way. I feel like the divers here are kind as competent, but so are the sharks. Nope, 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 nope. I got revenge. Excellent. Sarah Jane Adventures was good. It was a good childhood. Yeah. The episodes of Sarah Jane Adventures I saw, I felt like were really good children's television. But that's what they were. It's children's television. I feel like they did not occasionally transcend that category in the way that Doctor Who has begun to do in recent years. Ah! My strategy of charging and shooting it in the face did not work. Flinging yourself in the face of sharks sometimes works, but not always. This was not one of those times. Oh, well then I guess I'll hold off on mine. We had the same thought. Shark around here somewhere. Somebody's got the sea scooter. They call it a DPV in this game, and I'll never learn that. Ah, stupid tiger shark. Ah, don't go out there. That's what happens to you. Will you never learn? Stay inside. It's even in the chat. Stick with Steve. The quick chat. And maybe I'll do that if this happens again. As we are down to 14 divers and 22 sharks. This is not. I don't like those odds. See, Captain Stubbs even stepped in for us. How embarrassing. We're so incompetent. But then that's what happens when you send divers who don't know what they're doing down to get eaten by sharks, I guess. See, that's the thing. I think Captain Stubbs knew what was going on down here. I have followed so I may come back. Oh, thank you. Well, if you do, I look forward to seeing you. Like I said, I'm not going to be here on Saturday, but I'll be back on Tuesday. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, most days, streaming something or other. And if you get here early enough before I run out of stuff to talk about, then I'll be talking about the science news of the week. So, looking forward to seeing you again. Let's put one of these guys down. Oh, we both did. I put mine down first. I had the good idea first. Dang it! I got revenge at least. Oh, that's cool. They're growing up the side. I wonder what these are supposed to be anyway. I mean, they're obviously some kind of coral or something, but I don't know my corals as well as I should, or I'd be able to tell if they were realistic at all or not. Let's get over to the other one. The sharks are smart. They'd lunge to where I was before the shark shield went up. Bye! Have a good night. Hi, you're bleeding! I got bleed on you! You better stop moving now. Just gotta sit here. Wait. We're down to 4 divers, plus the ones in the water. That's not a good situation. They're out there. Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, no. Yay, I shot him. I feel like a millisecond behind and that would have been me. I know gathering treasures are hardly our priority at this point, but there's a shark shield there, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Come on, Steve, be free! Flee these shark-infested waters. nice skin. Good coloration on that. Alright, I'm gonna do one more shark run, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. Like I said, it's really dry in here, and my voice is starting to go. Can't have that now. We're only like 20 games away from this skin. I'm gonna keep coming back to that until I get it. Someday, one of these days. Although, honestly, once I get it, I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I got the, icy, cold fin, I think it's called, Mako skin. And I never use it because, unfortunately, one of the things that makes the Mako skin so beautiful is that it glistens with an icy light in the dark waters of the depths. Which also means that divers can see it from 1,000,000 miles away. So, it's not so good if you actually want to eat people. I do what I can, but... people wind up seeing it anyway. I've mentioned before, but there are definitely some skins/sharks I would like to see put in the game. If there is not... If they don't wind up putting a cookie cutter shark in the game, then I would like to see a cookie cutter shark skin for the Thresher. Because a cookie cutter shark is... I don't know if it's my absolute favorite shark, but it's right up there. Because they're small sharks, you know? I don't know exactly how big, but... their characteristic is that they will swim up to, like, a dolphin or a whale or a tuna, something big, and they will just chomp onto them and rotate a little bit as they pull away, and they'll take these perfectly circular bites out of the side of these things, just like I took a melon baller and just scooped out a little bit of the side, and then they'll dart away, and that's all they need, and that's why they're called the cookie cutter shark, because they can go in, or actually, a cookie cutter is probably a better comparison, because they can just go in, take that little circle of flesh, and dart away. And I think that could make for some cool game mechanics. So, we'll see. Probably won't happen. I don't have the ear of the developers at all. Although they do show up in games sometimes. Or at least I'm told that those do, that they show up in game. So. Alright, we got a temple map. You know what? We've had really good luck today. Not a single Devil's Head map. I hate the Devil's Head mine map. It's impossible. Whether you're a shark or a diver. Especially as a shark. I'm not good at it as a shark. One of the better maps for playing as diver. Hey, we got somebody with a platypus as their avatar. That's cool. Platypuses are so cool. They're just neatest animals. Like, okay, so they're monotremes. Right? Marsupials? It's late. I'm tired. All right, actually, yeah. Taking shark votes. Taking shark votes. If anybody has an opinion. Temple. I haven't played Mako yet today, so I'm gonna go Mako unless anybody says otherwise. This is the cold fin skin, which I'm not cold-blooded. Cold-blooded skin, which I'm probably not gonna go for because although it is so darn pretty, you can see it from 1,000,000 miles away. If anybody has shark votes, you got about 20 seconds to put them in. Probably more like 10, honestly. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna wait another couple seconds because there's a lag. Alright, we're going Mako. Let's do this. People trying to imitate whales in the chat. On down to... Oh yeah, I was talking about platypuses. Anyway, so, yeah, they're monotremes. What am I talking about? Because they lay eggs. They're a furry animal, but they lay eggs, like birds or reptiles. When they're, born, they are, vulnerable to shark attacks. Actually, they're not vulnerable to shark attacks. They don't live in the same habitats as sharks at all. What am I talking about? When they're underwater, where they are quite frequently, because they often leave their homes to hunt delicious underwater prey. They look for invertebrates on the bottoms of rivers. But when they go underwater, they close their eyes, and they close their nostrils, and they close their ears to keep water from getting into them. Peculiar for a animal that spends most of its time underwater. Ah, Steve is on the move. Let's just follow him then. Have I now? Let's go get a seal. And they rely almost entirely on touch, and to find their prey underwater. Which just seems phenomenal to me. Like, how would you even manage that? But they do it. They got their very sensitive bills, which they sort of paddle around on the ocean. I'm sorry, on the river bottom. Where the heck is Steve? Ah, I couldn't quite get there. Oh well. We're doing alright with diver count. Not so bad. Could be eating them a little faster, but at least we're not dying constantly. Oh, there's a mine there. Woo! And there's a mine there, too, apparently. Ah, he saw me. How'd you see me? I was very sneaky. Also, fun fact about platypuses. They have 10 sex chromosomes. You know how humans have one X chromosome and one Y chromosome? Well, platypuses are either XX... Excuse me a moment. Ah, dang it. Well, he's got bleed on him now. Platypuses are either XXXXXXXXXX or XYXYXYXYXY. That's just how they roll. Oh, dead whale. I always forget that's there. Right at the spawn point, too. Sometimes a diver, I want to go and hide out there and see how long it takes for a shark to find me. Except it's right, like I said, right at the spawn point, so, probably wouldn't last very long. Male platypuses are one of the truly venomous mammals. They have these spurs on their hind legs, and when the males are fighting over females or whatever, they will try and stab each other with these spurs. What are you doing there? Dang it. They'll try and stab each other with these spurs. The poison on them won't kill. Venom, I should say. The venom on them won't kill, but it will cause intense pain. Well, you're bleeding too now, so how about that? Fair is fair. Are you gonna come up and get me? I dare you. I know you want to. I see two of you. Where are the others? There's another. Yes! You'll die. That's what the bleeding does. There is actually a health fairly near there, so maybe not, but we'll see, I suppose. Hide behind here. gain the stamina a little bit. I hear mines going down. Don't like the sound of that much. Ah, dang it, somebody else killed me. Well, Mark Diver killed. That'll give me a lot of evolution points to work with. And indeed it has. Let's get a little bit speedier. I hear mine going down, and indeed there's one! I hate thrashing around in a corner. It's not elegant. That's a hammerhead solution. Hammerhead solution for a Mako's problem, but sometimes that's all that's all that presents itself. And you had to bonk me in the head as you were swimming by. Real smooth, dude. I should talk. I do that to shark corpses all the time. There's something very satisfying about shoving them out of the way. I killed him. That's excellent. Can I get the scales yet? Yes, I can. I'm gonna come in through the top of this hole this time, I think. There's mines in there, but I can avoid them. Oh, there's also those. Well, you're setting them off anyway. You'll bleed out. Just you wait. Or the other guy will get you, because I made it easier for him. Come on, 4 score. Counting on you. It's easier if you don't come straight through this doorway, because that's what they're expecting. How'd I miss? Come on, man. Okay. Really? Ah, come on. No longer bleeding. What? Ah, that's what you get for not buying that mind sensibility. Respawn. I see you two over here. Swim right into my jaws, please. Thanks. I don't think we're gonna make it, but we're getting awfully close. Yeah, there goes Steve. I guess bashing him as he's going up doesn't really do a lot of good. Good game, 4 score. Good game, everybody. And with that, I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to call it a night on this stream. If you're currently watching, I will not be here, like I said, I will not be here on Saturday, but I will be back on Tuesday with Subnautica and more science. We're doing some pretty great stuff in Subnautica right now. We're about to start building our first underwater base, having thoroughly explored some of the local life pods and gotten some of our rescuers killed by an alien gun. That was unfortunate, but it happened. I was gonna say such as life, but they died, so, oh well. It's a great time, and I will be back next Thursday, also, with still more depth and still more science. If you want to hear about any of the stories I talked about this week, I'm gonna put them in the channel description down below, so you can take a good look at those. We talked about bees earlier this episode, if you weren't here when we did that. I hope to also get this video up on YouTube in short order, and I will put those links to those studies and stories about those studies in the video description. So, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you all watching, and I hope you all have a good night.